Cześć, it's Dorota. Welcome to Polish with Dorota. This lesson will be in English because in this lesson I will show you 5 very common mistakes that beginners make. I've heard these mistakes so many times that I've decided that it's time to record a lesson for you so that you know. And maybe you know, maybe you don't, that I run an online Polish language school. Currently there are many Polish language schools out there, but I want to tell you why it is worth to choose my school. I have 15 years of experience. I personally choose all of my teachers and I know names of all the students at my school. There is no one teaching method, but each teacher has her own style and students love them all. And the most important thing is that they have great results. I have great feedback from students and you can be one of them. So contact me to arrange a free level check and start learning Polish at school where you can't wait for the next lesson. So today we have a lesson about beginner's mistake. I prepared a short text with 5 mistakes. This is it. Can you find 5 mistakes? First 2 sentences should sound like that. Cześć, mam na imię Robert, mam 32 lata. In Polish, we don't ask how old are you, but actually we ask ile masz lat. So how many years do you have? Ile masz lat? So the answer is mam 32 lata or mam 41 lat. Lat? Lata? This is another common problem, but I've got you covered. I recorded a video on that, so to watch it, click the link in the description. But now we'll continue with the text, and the next sentence should sound like: Mieszkam w Polsce, bo moja żona jest Polką. Moja żona jest Polską. It means my wife is Poland, the whole country. That's strange. No. Moja żona jest Polką. Polka, it's a Polish woman, a female Pole. But here we have a form Polką. In a structure, A is B, like here. Moja żona, A, is, jest, B, Polką. Moja żona jest Polką. We have a special grammatical case structure that is called instrumental case, in Polish narzędnik, and all nouns that end in a, English A, will have an ending on here. So moja żona jest Polką, or my wife is a teacher, moja żona jest nauczycielką. But I know there are a lot of women out there whose partners or husbands are Polish, so the masculine version will be mój mąż jest Polakiem. Polak, it's a male Pole, but here the instrumental case form is Polakiem. So we say mój mąż jest Polakiem. Of course, if you don't have a husband or a wife, but boyfriend or a girlfriend, you can say moja dziewczyna jest Polką, my girlfriend is Polish, or mój chłopak jest Polakiem, my boyfriend is Polish. Let's go back to the text. The next sentence should sound like this. Z żoną rozmawiam po angielsku, ale rodzice mojej żony mówią tylko po polsku, dlatego uczę się polskiego. So here we've got two mistakes, and the first one is rodzice mojej żony. So this is not a mistake, actually, this is a proper form, the correct form. Rodzice mojej żony, parents of my wife, or my wife's parents. Moja żona, it is my wife, but if you want to say of my wife or my wife's, then it will be mojej żony. Rodzice mojej żony. And you can use it for everything. Telefon mojej żony, brat mojej żony, siostra mojej żony, and so on and so on. And is a version mojej żony rodzice correct? Yes, actually it is, but it's more natural to say rodzice mojej żony. Because actually Polish people will be very confused when you say moja żona rodzice. They might not understand you. And how to say my girlfriend's parents? Rodzice mojej dziewczyny. Rodzice mojej dziewczyny. And masculine forms, my husband's parents, rodzice mojego męża, and my boyfriend's parents, rodzice mojego chłopaka. So now you have very, very useful phrases, so please remember those and use them from now on. Let's go back to the text. Rodzice mojej żony mówią tylko po polsku, dlatego uczę się polskiego. Dlaczego means why. Dlatego means that's why or therefore. If you would like to explore this topic more, if you would like to know more about Polish conjunctions, I have a nice video on that. The link is in the description, so go there and learn some more about it. And the last sentence of our text should sound like that. Lubię grać w piłkę i słuchać muzyki. When you have two verbs, the second verb has to be in so-called infinitive form, so the form that usually ends with ci. So lubię grać, lubię słuchać, lubię czytać, lubię pływać, lubię chodzić, etc., etc. But this happens not only with the verb lubię, I like, of course, but with other verbs like chcę, I want, muszę, I must or I have to, mogę, I can, or wolę, I prefer. So, for example, chcę iść, muszę czytać, mogę robić, wolę oglądać, and so on and so on. Great. So now your turn. To practice these structures, write in the comment a short text about you or about a person that is like an imaginary person. It doesn't have to be you, but it's good to practice so that you learn this properly. And I will check all the comments, and if there are some mistakes, I will correct them for you. Remember, don't be afraid to make mistakes. The mistakes are inevitable part of the learning process. Thank you very much for watching, and if this video was useful for you, I encourage you to thank me with a donation. The link is in the description box with all the links to all the videos I mentioned today. Thank you, dziękuję, and see you next time. Pa pa!